I was looking forward to this one, and then I watched it. The Slayer came out in 1982 and is known as a precursor to Nightmare on Elm Street. It has a cult status similar to films like The Prowler, The Keep, and the latter of which I reviewed last year. Slayer also debuted in a double feature with Scalps, a movie I also reviewed in the past on Facebook. In the UK, Slayer made the video Nasty List and they cut out some of the gore, which leaves you with a boring-ass movie. The Slayer already drags, so to take out the high parts being the kills, you're really setting this one up for failure. Debuting writer-director J.S. Cardone, who would later pen Shadow Zone, the remakes for both Prom Night and Stepfather, the actual film follows Kay, who's having troubles with her lifelong vivid nightmares and is struggling to connect with her depression. Her husband, David, and her brother, Eric, take her on this vacation to a remote island off the coast of Georgia. Eric takes his wife, Brooke, who's also played by the director's wife. The four of them set off. The creepy dude who drops them off warns them a storm is coming. They bunker down for the night, and some poor fisherman gets paddled to death because, it's been a while, nothing's happened yet. Eric finds a flare gun, so I'm sure we'll use that later. In the middle of the night, David wanders to the basement, where he probably could use his flare gun, I guess, but he gets his head stuck in a way that makes no sense, but at least it's a highlight kill of the film, and really the only kill that's any good in the movie. She dreams this too, apparently, and wakes up next to his... Oh wait, that was a dream too. He is dead though, but his body disappears, so the three of them split up like Scooby-Doo. Eventually, she finds his body in a rundown theater nearby, and the trio realize they have to get off the island. She's afraid to sleep though, because she thinks every time she's gonna fall asleep, someone's gonna die, even though the last time this happened, she was a child, and it was a pet cat, and then obviously she's slept hundreds and thousands of times since then. But her brother drugs to help her sleep though through the night, and he goes out to the boat and finds the Slayer out there fishing. He caught a big one, too. Brooke follows and a floating pitchfork does her in. With less than a half an hour left in the movie and one lead character, she locks herself in the basement for a siege movie. Mind you, it might sound like it has a lot going on here, but most of the movie's pretty aimless and feels uneventful, with the moments I've mentioning, honestly, all brief. Someone breaks through the door and she stabs him in the hand, but obviously it's not the killer. He makes his way in, but makes no effort to explain himself before she shoots the shit out of the creepy pilot from earlier with a flare gun. The house is torched and she runs, finally met with the Slayer. Wait, what? So we get one shot of his hand and one shot of his face, and that's it? We get a tacked on scene at the end where that was added later in production. At the end of the film here, with the siblings getting a pet cat, that sucks. This whole movie, and we get no payoff. The villain has an awesome design. It's all over the poster art, and then when you watch it, the dude is barely in the film. Less than normal slashers. At least at the end of Friday Part 1, you see Pamela Voorhees for a while. She's not a prosthetic beast, but still super disappointing. Biggest letdown of the film by far. I was really looking forward to this one of the very few cult classic slashers I hadn't seen to this point, and I probably won't rewatch it. The film has obvious connections to the classic Wes Craven flick. 2 years later, Nightmare on Elm Street would release, and that movie is an example of everything Slayer did wrong, just done right. The killer is never explained any way in this film, or even half-assed explained isn't even given. The movie is paced poorly, and the atmosphere is effective in very select scenes, but lost quickly when we go 20 plus minutes with what feels to be filler or character building to no end. I was so offended by this movie, I'm not gonna lie. I actually I had an Arrow release and I sold it for I had $10 on it at a show, and some guy came up and beat me down to $8 on it, which, normally $10 for an Arrow Vision should be, or an Arrow release should be bottom dollar. But I was so disgusted by this movie, I let him get the win. It's just, I don't know, very disappointing in my opinion. Although this film drags, I will give it the comment that at times it is hard to tell in the moment something is a dream and not real, but there's very few non-linear moments in the film, and I always hate this whole dream cop-out situation. Overall, kind of disappointed with this one. Not much actually happens. We never get to see it, the awesome slasher, where the main characters are a little dull, and only 2 kills stand out. David's death was great, and the flare gun kill was pretty cool, but tomorrow's film is much better.
Eric came to fish.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not already, drop a little subscription down below. Make sure you stay tuned, because every day in the month of October, I'm dropping a different horror movie review. I believe they come at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And so keep an eye out for that. And then every other week throughout October, there's a bonus comic video still coming up. I still want to make sure there's still some combo content on the channel. And then throughout the rest of the year, there's combo content every single week, 1 to 2 times a week. Plus, I do the YouTube Shorts where I post stuff on there every day. I got the Instagram, I got the Facebook, I got the Facebook group Fandoms Unleashed, where you get a behind-the-scenes look at the whole channel, everything, Connor's Comics, the whole company, all that kind of stuff. So all that is linked down in the description below. And again, make sure you subscribe. Keep an eye out for updating daily videos. And until next time, peace.